The Tales of series has always stood out as one of the cornerstones of the JRPG genre, a franchise renowned for its emotional narratives, vibrant and memorable characters, action-packed gameplay built around strategic team composition while doing combos with unique skills. With the release of Tales of Graces F Remastered, there is no better time to reflect on what makes the Tales of series so special. But while Graces F takes the spotlight this time, today's guest is none other than Tales of Symphonia, one of the most beloved entries in the franchise. Since this is the first video on my channel covering the Tales of series, we will take a deeper dive into what sets this series apart from other JRPGs, explore the magic of the Tales of series and then Symphonia. Uncover why it remains as a timeless classic even after 2 decades. I'm Arcadenaut here, and today we'll dive deep into what makes the Tales of series so special, whether you're a newcomer that is interested in Tales of series or already played recent titles like Tales of Berseria or maybe Tales of Arise, willing to dig further. We'll explore why this classic remains as a quintessential part of the Tales of legacy. First, let's start with the main question. What is Tales of series? Developed by Namco and first debuted in 1995 with Tales of Phantasia, the series turned into one of the most enduring JRPG franchises with over 17 mainline entries and numerous spin-offs. While each title stands on its own with unique worlds, characters, and furtherly developed and expanded mechanics, the series is united by a shared set of defining traits. One of these traits is the strong focus on character-driven storytelling. That means, even if you don't like the art design, the world setting, or the plot of that specific Tales of experience, you could just easily love its characters, their growth, and the dynamics with each other. What sets the Tales of series apart from other JRPG franchises is also its distinct blend of traditional and innovative elements. The Tales of series presents the fundamentals of the genre with its own twist, an action-based combat, expansive worlds, emotionally charged storytelling. Its twist lies in its linear motion battle system, blending the strategic depth of a turn-based combat with the intensity of a real-time action. You get to control your chosen character directly, chaining combos, dodging attacks, or casting spells in a dynamic battlefield that feels more like an arena fighting game than a traditional RPG. Unlike many JRPGs where battles occur in turn-based system, the Tales of series offers fast-paced and engaging combat that allows you to move freely within a 2D or a 3D space. Although the free run mechanic is implemented after Tales of Symphonia, you still can place your character in the arena and dodge any incoming attacks with this active battle system. On the other hand, at the heart of every Tales game lies a narrative that delves into universal themes such as friendship, sacrifice, justice, and complexity of morality. These themes are brought to life through the interplay between the hero and heroine, Lloyd and Colette in Tales of Symphonia, Alphen and Shion in case of Tales of Arise. These characters often serve as the emotional core of the story, shaping the narrative as they also grew closer and further. The main character is typically a young and idealistic figure, embarking on a journey of growth, learning to navigate the gray areas of morality and leadership. Meanwhile, the heroine is more than just a romantic interest. She plays a crucial role in shaping the narrative, often embodying themes of sacrifice and selflessness. Together, they confront personal and external challenges, driving the narrative forward as the plot becomes more intertwined with the party's background, while multiple themes are handled at the same time. Beyond these two core characters, Tales of series also excels at crafting diverse party members, adding depth to the story, showcasing different perspectives to its themes and world setting. Due to each character's backstory, struggles, and motivations, you get to experience a dynamic group that evolves over the course of the game. The strongest aspect of this dynamic party is that the Tales of series ensures every party member feels like an integral part of the journey. You will definitely find a character that you might even like more than the main character in most of times. And if you get the idea, grasp the overall Tales of aspects, or what kind of an RPG experience it offers, then let's delve deeper into Tales of Symphonia, its world setting, plot, and characters. Now that we talked about the aspects that make the Tales of series unique, let's turn our focus to Tales of Symphonia. That is one of the most iconic entries in the franchise. Released in 2003 for the Nintendo GameCube, Symphonia is often hailed as the game that introduced the series to a global audience. Its multi-layered story, memorable characters, and innovative gameplay, they all allowed Tales of Symphonia to be a global hit. Its story begins in the world of Silverant, where the world's mana has been nearly depleted, leaving it on the brink of ruin. To restore the balance, a chosen is selected to embark on the journey of regeneration, a pilgrimage to awaken the goddess Martel and bring the salvation to the land. This responsibility falls to Colette Brunel, a kind-hearted young woman who is revered by her people, carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. However, our main character is Colette's childhood friend, Lloyd Irving, a fiery and idealistic swordsman who finds himself assisting Colette's pilgrimage, while also battling the oppressive Desians that are a group of half-elves who enslave humans and try to control the flow of mana. As Colette's journey begins as a seemingly straightforward quest to save the world, the story takes a darker turn by each shrine Colette arrives. More, the party discovers about the world of Silverant and about the Desians. If you don't mind some narrative spoilers, here's how the story changes and takes a different shape after a while. With Lloyd trying to help Colette complete her journey, accompanied by their friend Janice, their teacher Rain, and a mercenary named Kratos, they discover that the journey of regeneration is not a benevolent act, but a cycle of sacrifice designed to sustain the balance between Silverant and another world called Tetala. Colette, as the Chosen, must lose her humanity and life force to complete the ritual, while the world of Silverant absorbs the mana from Tetala, leaving the other world on a brink of ruin, forcing that world's Chosen to complete their own pilgrimage to turn the tables. By restoring mana to one world, they plunge the other into chaos, forcing Lloyd to find a solution to save these both worlds, his childhood friend Colette, while fighting against a threat that is even more sinister than Desians. Between these two worlds, the party encounters new allies, confronting new adversaries, experiencing betrayals. Basically, what begins as a seemingly straightforward tale of heroes on a divine quest evolves into a complex narrative. And the storytelling style is one of the Tales of series mark. It's about two parallel worlds, Silverant and Tetala, locked in a cycle of prosperity and decline. As the characters face moral dilemmas, they are passed to overcome their personal challenges. On the other hand, Colette's journey of regeneration, our goal of trying to restore a dying world, might also seem similar to Final Fantasy X's narrative of Yuna's pilgrimage, but Symphonia quickly crafts its own impactful experience with its memorable characters and its world. And let's say this setting didn't get your attention to give Symphonia a chance, then maybe its characters would interest you more. Our protagonist Lloyd Irving might seem like an embodiment of an archetype of fiery young hero that the Tales series is known for. Yet, Lloyd is one of the most growing protagonists of Tales of series. He begins as a somewhat naive and impulsive swordsman, driven by a strong sense of justice and loyalty to his friends. He becomes determined to forge a new path that defies the status quo and seeks a solution that can save both worlds. Meanwhile, his growth is also shaped and supported by Kratos and his stoic demeanor. Hiding a deeply personal conflict, Kratos' journey intertwines with some of the most impactful moments in the narrative. As his complex relationship with Lloyd adds a layer of emotional depth to the story, making him one of the most memorable characters in the franchise. Colette's willingness to endure the pain of regeneration for the sake of others, Janice and Rain's journey of self-discovery and acceptance of half-elven lineage, Sheena's personal struggles, her feelings of guilt over past failures that caused the life of many, Persea being a victim of experiments conducted by the Desians caused her to be emotionally stunned and disconnected with the daily life, and Regal seeking redemption for his past sins, promising to never use his fists to do harm never again. To put it simply, what makes the characters of Tales of Symphonia truly special is how their individual arcs tie into larger themes of the story. Their stories, their background narrative, or character growth are never forgotten or underdeveloped, as each character faces their personal struggles that mirror the overarching narrative's exploration of sacrifice, identity, and the fight against injustice. Their interactions feel genuine, filled with moments of humor, conflict, and heartfelt connection that make the party dynamic quite unforgettable. Again, all of these interactions can be witnessed while exploring the world or a dungeon. Players get to see the party members commenting about the recent events, sharing their thoughts, sometimes arguing, sometimes laughing, and this is the magic of Tales of Symphonia, a cast of characters that feels like a family, each member bringing something unique to the table while contributing to a greater whole. And amongst all of these dark backgrounds and challenges, of course, I needed to mention the shining star of the party, Zelos, as the last. Chosen of Tetala, Zelos is flamboyant, charismatic, often self-centered. He serves as the comic relief of the party. He never wanted to be the chosen, unlike Colette's self-sacrifice and sense of commitment to the cause, but Zelos, he gets to explore themes like the struggles of living up to a role he never truly wanted. His interactions with the party reveal a more vulnerable and introspective side of him that kinda reminded me of Sylvando of Dragon Quest XI. Another memorable character that deeply shapes the narrative, though initially appeared as a comic relief figure. Last but not least, let's move on to action RPG gameplay mechanics of Tales of Symphonia. As I mentioned before, at the heart of Symphonia's gameplay lies a combo-packed action gameplay, a real-time combat that allows players to control one character directly while their AI-controlled teammates assist on the battlefield. Unlike turn-based combat, you get to move freely along a 2D plane, chaining combos, dodging attacks, and performing skills. This 2D multi-lane system adds a new level of depth as you get to switch between these lines to avoid area of effect attacks or position yourself for a better combo opportunity. Although the combat may not seem fluid as Tales of Berseria or recent Tales of titles, Symphonia rewards any kind of combo or unison attack that you try to bring out. The combat is dynamic, open for trials and errors, and if you ever feel like bored of doing grind for an upcoming boss fight, you can also switch to auto mode and watch how AI does its own thing. As each character brings a unique playstyle, Symphonia doesn't allow you to customize your characters however you see fit, meaning that Lloyd will offer a fast combo-heavy gameplay, while Colette's mix of melee and range attacks provides versatility. Here, if you ever feel bored of Lloyd's melee hack-and-slash gameplay, you could easily change the party leader maybe into Janice, Zelos or Sheena, so that you could maybe play a hybrid character that specializes on magic and melee skills, or maybe focus on doing summons. As you form a party of 4 and play as your preferred character, another exciting feature in Symphonia's combat is the unison attacks. focusing mainly on teamwork as a spatial combination move. Unison attack allows you to do spatial moves with your entire party to bring out a spatial move or a spell as a result, dealing massive damage to enemies. Doing these unison attacks are not mandatory, but if you take your time, do your research and build your team based on these, I'm sure you don't have to focus on grinding levels like I did. Tales of Symphonia might be from 2003, but its action and combo-packed gameplay doesn't show its age. And if you like what Tales of Symphonia's gameplay offers, then you would love the future titles, especially the most recent titles like Tales of Berseria and Tales of Arise. I'm quite sure of it. But today isn't just about looking back. As I wanted to introduce the Tales of series and one of its classics, it's also time to look forward either. With the release of Tales of Graces F Remastered, we have another opportunity to dive into the Tales of series. While I will delve deeper into Graces F in a future video, I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate its release than by revisiting the legacy of Tales of Symphonia. Whether you're a newcomer curious about where to start or a seasoned fan ready to revisit an old favorite, Symphonia serves as the perfect gateway into the modern roots and the rich world of Tales of series. As always, thank you for watching today's video. If there is any other Tales of title that you would like me to delve further, be sure to share your thoughts on the comments below. Any humble support through Patreon and YouTube join are really appreciated, and I will see you soon in my next video.